Welcome to the Students of the Game. Dr. Joseph Gregory in the house with Dr. Christopher Rouse on a beautiful, well, not even gonna say too beautiful. It's kind of rainy outside, kind of gloomy. It's a Monday morning, but it is Monday morning.
It's
It's
Chicago.
we have here in front of me. How you doing? That Joseph 17, but the Facebook is different now. It's Lamont Gregory, not Joseph Gregory. I'm Joseph Gregory. I don't like that one. Go to Lamont Gregory. You'll like that one. Go to Lamont Gregory.
They made you give up your own name. That's tough.
Yeah, just had to move along to the middle name. Things happen. Had to move along to the middle.
Yeah, I mean, you were going by that for years anyway. But it's funny, like on social media, they made you give up your own name. That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough out here. Like $2. Yeah, like a $2 steak. I mean, it's tough.
Hey, remember when Rick Ross first came out and they realized like he wouldn't like freeway Ricky Ross, and it was like, man, he got a freeway Rick Ross, got to sue Rick Ross to be Rick Ross. That's tough.
It is. Fight for your identity out here. Some of the news of the day. Good morning. How you doing? Some of the news of the day. Aces couldn't close out the Liberty yesterday. Liberty able to stave off elimination, and they also lost Chelsea Gray in the process. She has a foot injury. We're going to be checking on that soon. Bulls beat the Nuggets. Bulls lost to the Nuggets in preseason 116-102. ALCS action. Rangers shut out the Astros. Justin can still get better for it. It was a hell of a game. 2-0. Jordan Montgomery was spectacular on the mound.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. What a game. That game was quick. That game was quick, bro. It was over.
Blackhawks lost to the Canadians, but another goal and another assist from Connor Bedard. It seems like he is the truth, and the Blackhawks look like they got that pick right from seeing what he's been doing early in the NHL season. And that's it, man. Students of the game, man. We here, man. In the building, man.
I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but
you like to be.
I got a lot of negative to say about Chicago sports when we get to detention later.
It's not the troll. What did you say?
No, I'm not gonna troll. You look, man, I'm too old to be trolling, dog. I'm 32, man. I'm too old to be trolling. I got a lot of negative to say about the Chicago sports teams when we get there later to the detention.
Well, I don't know what positives you have right now for the Chicago Pigskin team, but that's where we're at with it in the show, man. How we written in, we don't just drop a hat, we write this stuff out. We plan this stuff. We format this stuff. So we're going to get to it, the bare facts, 10 days after getting their first win in almost a calendar year by doubling up on the Commanders. Bears came home and they went back to, I guess, regular form 10 days later, I guess. And they stunk up the joint. Justin Fields got hurt in the whole mess. Eric Hicks had a humble recovery for a touchdown. He also had a pick for the Vikings. Started the game and ended up winning 19-13. Bears watched Richard Tyson Badgett finish the game because Justin Fields got hurt with a dislocated thumb. Can I ask you a question?
Hey, no, it's Bajent. It's Bajent.
Yeah, let's do that like 3 times. Bajent. Did I say it right?
Bajent.
Bajent.
You got it.
Almost like beige. Bajent.
Yeah, with it. Yeah. That's he looked like Sunshine. I told you, man, he like Sunshine Baz off Remember the Titans.
He was 10 of 14 for 83 yards. He had rushed for a touchdown. He had the pick. He had the fumble to get. He looked all right. I always thought also that the worst thing that could ever happen for Justin Fields, he got hurt, and this guy Tyson Bajent came in and was like one over these next 3 or 4 games that I know was daunting. I know they played the Raiders, like the Chargers, Panthers, or something, whatever. They can get some footing up under him. You'll be looking at Justin Fields like, what is he doing? But I was watching Tyson Bagent when I had a chance, and he was getting the ball out rather quickly if he had the chance. Like he was picking up reads quickly. And I was wondering why the Bears struggled to get that connection with Moore that he had last week. You know, 8 catches, 200-something yards, and this time you're only getting like 2 targets through 3 quarters or whatever the crazy step was. But I want to ask you a question about the Bears.
Hey, Joe. Hey, let me ask you a question first, though. On 3rd and 21, what you think about calling a screen?
I was going to ask you the same question. Damn it, in my head. Same thing. So, I just want to know, Bears have like a quota. Is it like a law that they got to throw like 15 the game or something? Is it like a quota? Is Luke Gessie's? Is one of his family members being held hostage in a room somewhere in America? And somebody's telling him, making him call him. What is that? Why the hell are the Bears so enamored with screens? When Tyson Bagent first came in the game, the first out of his first 6 throws, like it felt like the 5 of them were screens. He just throwing screens. It was throwing them, and he threw bad screens because the snaps was shitty, and he was throwing them.
Bro, it was third. The first drive of the game, it was 3rd and 21. They threw a screen. I'm like, really? So then they had to drive when they got down. So then they got to drive when they got to the red zone, and Justin Fields tried to throw, and it was 3rd and 2, and he was trying. I think he was trying to throw to DJ Moore, and that's when the ball got deflected and got picked off. But I was like, forget the throw to DJ. Forget who Justin Fields was throwing to. This is the time to throw the screen. 3rd and 2 is the time to throw the damn screen. Like now you want to throw it deep?
Why did
hold on.
Best wide receiver.
Then Fields got hurt.
Those screens. I just never. We got the best wide receiver.
Then Fields gets hurt. So then Fields gets hurt, Joe, and then Bagent come in. Hey, let's go screen left, screen right, screen left. I'm like,
DJ Moore got lit up because somebody didn't block. It's crazy.
It didn't even matter, but you know what? It didn't even matter. I think that was Mooney. Whoever missed the block, it didn't even matter. The corner knew it was a screen. He knew it was a screen. It was literally screen left, screen right, screen left. He knew it was a screen. It didn't matter that he didn't block. They knew what it was.
You're a great receiver. This is your route. Can you run this? Can you run this route? That's the whole route. That's the route. I could do that. I'm 50. I think you can run this route.
What else happened in that game?
Check this route out one more time.
You know what else happened? It was another screen, bro. Bagent dropped another one off, and they threw another screen in a D tackle. They threw another screen, and a D tackle made the play in the backfield. I'm like, what's going on?
They predictable. Hey, our coaches told us this week.
Like, how many things we gonna call, man?
Why they be fooling people with these screens now? For years, though. But for years, this has been started with the John Shoe shit, and they just keep passing it on. Hey, look.
That was 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago.
Good call the story.
John Shoe was 20 years ago, man. Like, how? How are we still infected with this? How?
The ghost is the ghost in the headset. The ghost be like, scream. Scream.
And then the crazy.
Second and 15.
And you know what else makes it worse is like you had a guy like what make it worse is you had a guy like Chase Claypool who actually would fit like what you're trying to do with all these screens and putting receivers in motion and try. You know how you put receivers in motion and you do the tap pass. So you have them in jet sweep mode. Like Chase Claypool was a perfect fit for that, but the Bears weren't doing that with Claypool. They want to call screens with outside wide outs, and you got DJ Moore, who I think is really good if you throw the ball up because he's stronger than a lot of DBs. But you put him in situations where you limited him. All he's doing is running screens and hitches. He's not really getting a lot of good touches.
That's the whole route.
Hey, DJ Moore, we saw you make the catch against Atlanta last year, but we only want you to run back 2 yards and catch the ball, dog.
you just turn around and I'm gonna throw it to you. You just face me. Line up and face me, and I'm gonna throw it to you. Who the hell are they fooling with this?
Nobody. We all know they calling screens. We all know when they calling it. Like, come on, man. Nobody.
And you gotta, and that I don't know what's the running back name they just called up from the practice squad, number 25, who missed that block when Bajan fumbled the ball.
Evans did. You know what? I thought Evans was all right. I thought he was all right on the ground early on. You talking about Evans, right?
Yeah, he's got a block. He's got a block.
Yeah, they all got a block. Which hey, I'm glad you mentioned that. The Bears for years, going back to Cutler, they've always had O-line issues. It does not matter who the hell is back there. The Bears have always had O-line issues. It does not matter. They come into every damn season with O-line issues because either somebody get hurt or two guys get hurt or one dude is just bad or the second guy or the other guy's a tackle who's playing guard or a guard who's playing tackle, or it's always something with the Bears where they got an O-line issue where there's injuries, somebody just not being good, multiple injuries, or guys just not being prepared. The Bears continuously have had O-line issues going back to Cutler and even before that.
And they couldn't snap the ball yesterday either. They were like, every time they got the shot,
exactly.
25% chance they were going to roll the ball back there. That didn't help. Justin Fields. I mean, like after they beat the Commanders last week, you got to realize that the whole city was buzzing. They got to feel like y'all expectations had to be up because y'all knew it was coming up on the schedule. I was at work. Somebody at work told me, "Hey, we got one." I'm like, "Yeah." You're like, "Are you doing it already?" Now I never let him know in my head I had my work. And look, he didn't know I was doing that. I was doing that because I'm a Cowboys fan. I know what I got last week. You're talking about we got us one last weekend. I'm like, yeah, we got our ass kicked. I'm not thinking about it. He think I'm reacting to him, not knowing I'm a Cowboys fan. I don't care less what y'all did. I know we got smoked. That was just it. We got our doors blown off. So I don't know. He thought I was reacting.
Yeah, y'all did pretty bad. I mean, y'all got smoked. Y'all got smoked so bad. Y'all got the other people on the other team fined for beating y'all.
And I'm gonna get. But the Bears, after they beat the Commanders, knew you had to out. We had the Raiders coming up after this. You got the Chargers and the Panthers. They feel like it's a soft part of the schedule for the Bears. I always say, if you ain't playing good, if you're a bad team, there are no soft parts in your schedule. The other teams looking at y'all
at all.
Meat.
You are food. You are food. You are food. Right? The Bears are like, I love the Bears, but the Bears, when other teams see the Bears calendar, that's food. The Bears are the team that's food.
Yeah, they looking at y'all like a wildebeest line going across the river by itself or something.
Yeah, man. It's not happening. And like, hey, I told you week 1, man. I was only half joking. You lose week 1 to the Packers, man. Throw the whole season away. Look what's happening. Man. It's not working.
Man, I don't know, man. So I don't know. At this point, you really don't know. We just know this. I know when they play the Raiders next week, one thing, whether it's Fields or whether it's Bajan, it's going to be screens. That's one thing that they're going to screen them.
Yep.
Screen them.
Yep. All day, every day.
Break any of them, but they're going to screen them. And I don't know if they're going to have anybody to cover Devontae Adams. We'll see who's the Raiders quarterback would be. Garoppolo went out yesterday with a back injury. So we'll see if that's or
number of QBs went out yesterday. Bajan, Tannehill, Justin Fields. Number of guys went down yesterday. Not Bajan. I'm sorry, did I say Bajan? Garoppolo, not Bajan.
We'll see. Hoyer finished yesterday for the Raiders, so we'll see what happens next week with that situation, which really affects my fantasy situation because I ended up starting Garoppolo over Sam Howell. I didn't know what to do, and I'm like, man, he can get the Patriots. He was doing all right, but then he got hurt. Can't control it. We get to the
Cowboys. Yeah, that's gonna affect me too because I got Justin Fields, so I need a QB. I'm gonna go with Bryson Young.
We needed a QB anyway. If you had Justin Fields, you needed a QB anyway. I mean, yeah, he
No,
threw
I
for
was
50.
good. His fantasy points were great. But his fantasy point, but he would always run. He would give me good fantasy points.
He has to survive. If he doesn't run, he's going to,
Exactly. That's why you good. That's why he good for it. Because he got to run. You know, you're going to put him on the ground a little bit.
And he just runs. To the Cowboys, I don't know if you want to. I don't know if we didn't burn the tape from last week. He said, Mike McCarthy, of course, said that's a crock of shit. Burning the tape, we're gonna watch the tape. Get better for him. He said that's a crock of shit. That's what he said. I don't know what a crock of shit is.
How many times y'all want to watch George Kittle with that shirt, man? How many times y'all want to see George Kittle's shirt?
I think George Kittle should be able to wear whatever. What I think he should be able to wear whatever the hell he wants to wear. You got our ass kicked for 3 hours. Let that man. If he want to wear a shirt, if he want to wear a tutu, whatever the fuck he want to wear, as long as they smoke our ass, wear what the fuck he wants to wear. Man wearing. What's going on the field for 3 hours? God damn it. The shirt ain't affecting us. I don't care what he wear. Wear what he want to wear. He had a shirt that, what did it say? Fuck Dallas. Oh, wait. He did it on the field, too. 3 touchdowns. I mean, fuck Dallas. Y'all can't cover. That's basically
smoked y'all.
Yeah, but we look terrible. We're 30th in pass defense since Trey Diggs got hurt. Once it was third and 14. Once it was 3rd and 14 in the third quarter, we're down 21-10, and he hit a 42-yard crosser to Deebo Samuel. Then I know we're lights out, cakes on the griddle. We already greased now at this point. I just get a glass and start drinking more at this point. That's all you can do there. Before you know it, it's 28-10. Then Dak goes, steps back, forces one down. That's a pick. Another drink. Jordan Mason gets loose for a touchdown. Another drink. The ball to Gallup. Tip.
Shots.
Before I knew it, it was 3 of me watching the game, and that was and it got real bad. So.
You saw. So also it was as many people, as many Joes as it was George Kittle touchdowns.
Something like that. But you always, I always say, I would rather get my ass whooped than lose by that close field goal shit. You know, I'd always say I'd rather get my ass whooped. So we're back in California, to finish off week 6. We're taking on the Chargers. Khalil Mack had 6 sacks a couple of weeks ago, whatever that was, and about their defense, about James. They traded J.C. Jackson, whatever. About Herbert and them on offense, and Keenan Allen. I don't know if Eckler's back tonight. I think he is. I'm not sure, but he got punched in the mouth.
Yeah, I think he's game time. A lot. You notice that you noticed that this year, right? A lot of guys are game time decisions, and then they sit out. More game time outs this year than usual.
Yeah. So we got to see what we can do this week against the on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, because we got pulverized on both sides of the ball yet last week on these lines, offensive line and defensive line. Need to play much, much better, and we're doing the same thing with our offense. Our playbook is a little dusty too. With this trying to marriage this whatever they're trying to do with this West Coast offense and calling it the Texas Coast offense. It really has been Texas toast, okay? It's been getting eaten a lot. Offense isn't fooling anybody.
Third Coast offense.
I want to talk about our struggles in the red zone, but hell, we didn't even make it to the red zone last week, so it's really nothing to talk about. As far as struggling in the red zone last week, we didn't make it to the red zone. We didn't get to the red zone. We threw a 30-yard pass. We kicked a 50-yard field goal.
I was disappointed last week.
I
was disappointed in y'all last week. I expected a better Sunday night game. I expected a better Sunday night game than that.
I really did. I expected a tight game like what San Francisco had with Cleveland yesterday. That's what I expected in our game.
Yesterday, yeah.
And we didn't get that. We got outdoor. We got smoked. We got smoked, man. We got dragged. They drug our ass all down the Golden Gate Bridge and swung our ass around and threw our ass back to Texas. That's what they did with us. They drug us along the bridge.
Did George Kittle leave y'all a shirt?
I don't know. I'm not really worried
Should
about
left y'all
Georgia.
straight.
That's over with now. Now, because in my mind right now is I'm trying to stop Justin Herbert and stop him getting drugged again. You know, Stephon Gilmore is really not. But look, he hasn't been his usual surprise self. You know, he's been getting.
Okay.
He was already getting tested a little bit with Diggs there, and now he's
Cowboy.
at the corner, so he's still been getting tested a lot. So that's a very interesting matchup for me to look at tonight. Would be Keenan Allen and Stephon Gilmore, and seeing if he can hold up against Keenan Allen. You know, Keenan Allen had a game with 18 catches. Justin Herbert would just keep looking for him, especially with Mike Williams down. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us. You know, we're gonna have to play complimentary football. We're gonna have to run. We need more imagination with our offensive playbook. It's dusty. It's dusty. We're running this, like I said, we're running this West Coast, Texas Toast, whatever it is. It's nothing to boast about. It's really been struggling. It's really shitty. You know, J.D. Lamb shouldn't have 4 catches. Tony Pollard's got to hold on to the ball. We need more imagination with our running game. Why we don't use motion like other teams use motion? They matchup problems. You know, get advantages for people. You know, we got to start. You know,
That's how I feel about the Bears. That's how I feel about the Bears. Why don't we use motion?
taking outside the box. Why people doing it to us?
See
Why we
motion, man?
get tired of being in other people's highlights when they use emotion on y'all, but y'all never do it to people. No, you can do this shit. It's legal. It's a big
my big thing about tonight's game is just Justin Herbert. Is Justin Herbert, if it's a close game, is he gonna make the late game turnover, or is he gonna come through in the clutch? Because good Herbert, bad Herbert when the game is on the line.
Also, with Staley, dumb Staley, smart Staley. Is he gonna go for it on 4th and 5 from his own 20? Because we know he will. We know he will.
He will. He will.
No,
he'll do it. You know he'll do it.
Do it. It'll be down by 10, 40 seconds left to kick a field goal from the 2.
That's a good segue. You talked about missing field. You talked about field goals. You talked about San Francisco. Well, yesterday the game came down to a field goal with Cleveland, and they ended up on a losing end.
Yeah, the losing end. Brock Purdy, 12 of 27 for 125. He had a touchdown and a pick. The 49ers committed 12 penalties, and they lost Christian McCaffrey, and they lost Deebo Samuel. And when rookie Jake Moody, he would be in the bad Moody after his 41-yard field goal went that away.
Wide right.
And everybody would be Moody, and the 49ers had lost their first game 19-17 to the Browns, led by former Bears quarterback P.J. Walker.
Yep, P.J. Walker. But hey, I shout out to Fox, man. They gave us bonus coverage. Hey, yesterday was a great all-around sports day. Shout out to Fox for the bonus coverage, but I do have some thoughts on this game. The Niners got cheated. The Niners should have won. They got a bad hit on the defenseless receiver call against Gibson when really he and the receiver met at the same time. They just kind of got there. He actually hit him like, they said hit on the defenseless receiver. He hit him maybe about, you can see me, Joe. He hit him maybe about right here. And they said he hit him in the face. Mm-hmm. Which later led to another holding penalty, and then Cleveland ended up taking the lead. So the Niners had a chance. They had a chance, but at the right.
This defenseless receiver thing is becoming very cloudy and very bang like because what's the defense thing? Because you're supposed to let him catch the ball. If you're gonna let him catch the ball, I need to give me another job. I'm supposed to be a safety. They're gonna fire me. Might as well get cut. Might as well.
Let me add another layer to the play with Gibson yesterday for the Niners. The ball was already incomplete at this point. So the ball, I think it was 2 guys there. So it's Gibson was coming, say the receiver's in the middle, there's a DB behind the receiver, and then Gibson's coming across. The ball is already incomplete at this point. So at this point, everybody's momentum is just carrying through. And basically Gibson he's coming to finish the tackle as if he's caught it, but the ball is long gone at this point. And so as he's finishing it, he's trying to get out the way, but he just kind of hit him here. He hit him right here in the chest. And I'm like, how is that defensive receiver? They both just got there at the same time. That's just a collision. That's not a hit. That's not a hit. He was already going, and now it's like, oh damn, he don't have it. What do I do? Like what am I supposed to do, man?
What are you supposed to do, really? Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, because I was watching that and I was like, that's a bad call. That should not have been a hit on the defensive receiver. It was one of those situations they just met at the same time, and the ball was incomplete.
Yeah. I don't know what to, no. I don't know what to tell. No, what are you gonna tell the same? Nothing you can tell them now.
Here's what I say to the Niners. The Niners did a good job. I thought they made up for it. I thought they did a good job just even getting in position. Just getting in position to have a shot. And then what I will say about the missed field goal from Moody, Cleveland, there's a lot of credit for their pressure, even though they didn't block it. They did a good job of getting the edge rush pressure because Moody, he looked like he was going to kick it straight, but when he saw like the dude coming off the edge, it's like it messed his follow through up, and he kind of shanked it a little wide right there. So I think you got to give Cleveland's field goal block team a lot of credit for the force. Even though they didn't block it, they did help force the miss.
Okay. Field goal missed by intimidation.
For the most part.
Another upset happened yesterday up in New York when the Jets came back and stunned the Eagles 20-14. Jalen hurt the team a little bit. See what I did with that? With 3
I did.
Including one just under the 2-minute warning. The Jets had 4 turnovers in total. Elliott missed a field goal. They were up 14-3 in the early second quarter. They didn't score again. Last 7.
Do you know who called Eagles Jets? Do you know the commentators?
I want to say.
No, I don't think that was him. I think he was Tampa Bay. He was Tampa Bay, Detroit, I think. I don't know. Anyway.
Was it Olsen, Greg Olsen?
No, Olsen did the San Francisco game, I think. So yeah, I don't know who did Jets Eagles, but after Hurts threw that pick in the 4th, whoever the analyst was, he kept saying like, no, like because Breece Hall ran the touchdown in. He was I want to say overly critical of the Jets, but he was real critical of the Jets after they got the pick because he was saying like they should have just held on.
Yeah,
he was saying they should have just kneeled on and kicked field goal. Yeah,
he was saying that, but which is
but it worked out.
I can't say he was wrong, but it worked out. The way that defense was playing with that guy, they didn't get another first down. It didn't make a difference. They couldn't get another 10 yards to even start the drive. I don't know what was up with Jalen Hurts. The offensive line got whipped yesterday by the Jet line. Yeah. You can see on that last interception, he's falling back already, like he's getting hit already. He was falling back. He was already falling back as he's throwing the ball and just throws the ball in a very bad spot to Goddard, who's got 2 guys on him. So, I don't know.
A lot of these Jets games, with Aaron Rodgers out, a lot of these Jets games, man, they don't have the same luster, but the Jets sure did give them a fight yesterday. Like you said, it was 14-3. I'm sure most people turned that game off. They gave us that bonus coverage on Fox. And then when Breece ran it in, here's where I disagree. Like, he's not wrong about they should have took it to the 1, but they're also down. Like, say you don't score and then you fumble or you try to kick the field goal, you get your kick blocked. It's just another JETS loss. Yeah. So it's like, get the lead, man. Take the lead. Play some defense. Trust your defense, Jets. Trust the defense.
Take the lead while you can.
Right. Take that lead and trust your defense, man. Go ahead.
That's exactly what they did.
So. And then the defense held up. Because Jalen Hurts, it was 4 passes, and they didn't. I don't think they completed a single one on that drive. He tried to throw it deep, and the Jets was knocking everything down. Good defense.
Zach Wilson and the offense don't turn the ball over. They continue to get a little bit better every week in the running game with Breece Hall. And Dalvin Cook is, I guess, come off the hell of a change of pace guy now. They're gonna be a problem in that AFC East. They've already put Buffalo on notice, so they keep doing that stuff. The way the schedule is for them now, they catch a lot of these teams. They already played Kansas City. We already played Philadelphia. Already played one game against Buffalo. Already played Dallas. So, I mean,
they played the tougher. You're right. They played the tougher teams in the league already. They really have. The Jets have had one of the tougher schedules. They hit 3-3. That's a good point. Without Rodgers. That's a great point.
Rodgers. So they're just going to keep gaining confidence, and they're like they're going to be a problem in the AFC. Speaking of a problem in that, shout out to Justin's Houston, Texas. 3 in a row now.
Hey, Stroud.
The Saints went marching in, and they went marching out with that L. 20-13. CJ Stroud, 199 yards, 2 more touchdowns, threw his first pick of the year, but things happen. Schultz a touchdown.
Took him 6 games to throw his first pick.
Man,
it took 6 games, man.
Like they had it right, huh? 3 and 3.
Right, that's a good pick.
And you in Chicago looking like, what you doing in Chicago? CJ Stroud got early. He got 3 wins already, and DeMeco Rouse was their coach. They picked you sitting there like this.
We sit here. Matt Eberflus, it was rumored he was on the hot seat if they would have lost yesterday. Now that Fields got hurt, I don't know, but they might give him a little leeway.
Somebody finna hand somebody, whoever's sitting behind them, finna get handed some matches in a minute. Like that.
Like that.
It's gonna get hot in a minute.
Nah, it is though. It's already hot if it ain't boiling.
Yeah, pretty good, man. Shout out to Miko Ryans. He's doing a solid job on defense. I hope the Saints to 13 points. It was talking about that on the radio this morning. Getting the right coach, getting the right guy. It ain't always about the next offensive-minded guy. Can you command the team? Look like DeMeco Ryans is starting to get into that team. And they look good, man. In the AFC South, man, they're gonna have a chance, huh?
Hey, while we talking Texans Saints, the Saints they pitched the shutout last week, didn't they? Was that last week or 2 weeks ago when they pitched the shutout?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, so that's even more impressive for the Texans because you're talking about with a rookie quarterback going up against a New Orleans team. I got them in fantasy, so I know what they be doing defensively. They be clamping some teams down. So I know New England ain't really who they used to be, but that's impressive for CJ Stroud, man. You just now threw your first pick against a tough defense, and you beat them. 20-13 was the final yesterday. So you did a good job with that. What was the final?
20-13.
That was the final, right? Yeah, 2013. I'm going off the head, bro. I remember seeing it. I saw the scores like 100 times yesterday. I'm like, that was 2013, right?
Very, very, very early in the morning yesterday, Lamar Jackson and the whole continent ended up beating the Titans yesterday. The Ravens win 24-16. Zay Flowers bounced back. They won that game 24-16. I'm gonna get into that in detention about. We're gonna talk about that too. But 24-16. What do you think about Lamar Jackson yesterday on the other side of the pond?
I was about to say the big story of this game for me was Ryan Tannehill getting hurt because we saw Malik Willis and he did not look like he knew what to do with that Baltimore defense. As soon as he came in there, they had him down. They put the pressure on him, and the Ravens. The Ravens already had the lead. They just basically shut the door. Lamar looked like Lamar. I like Lamar Jackson, man. He looked good against Tennessee yesterday. I want to see him play better against better defensive teams in the league. I know no knock against Tennessee. I just feel like this year Tennessee's kind of a middle of the road team. It's not the same Titans we've been seeing the last 3 years.
Yeah, especially they're not gonna get quarterback play. Now we got to find out today to see how bad Tannehill is injured. Yeah. If he's leaning on your rookie of Will Revis, the guy from Kentucky, and Willis didn't look good yesterday. You're talking about Willis. You didn't look good. That's what I'm talking about. So it's gonna be tough. It could be tough in Tennessee, especially when you look at the Jags who blew out the coach yesterday and talking about what the Texans doing. So things can change very quickly in the AFC South, and that landscape quarterback is hurt. Speaking of hurt,
I still think Jacksonville is the best team in that division, though.
Yeah, I do too. If the quarterback anything wrong, he think he just bruised his knee yesterday. They're gonna test it today to see exactly what's wrong with it. They got a quick turnaround. They play Thursday in New Orleans, so that's one thing that could change the tide. Now you got a Trevor Lawrence injury now. I swing the momentum in that that division.
Could be Stroud season.
Could be
Stroud time. Yeah.
Hold
on. You mentioned Jaguars Colts. I want to throw while we talking Jags Colts, I want to throw Falcons Washington in there too. Just because I didn't see Washington winning that game. But they came, I didn't see what
my dumb ass didn't Al in fantasy. I know that. I remember the rap.
Yeah. I didn't see Washington winning that game. Yeah, but the reason why I went to link these two together is because those two games, all four of those teams coming in, I kind of was like, what the hell are they doing this year? Like Jacksonville, best team in the South, but the Colts, Washington, and Atlanta, I was like, I have no clue what they're gonna do this year. But Washington is kind of hanging around, but they also lost to the Bears. Atlanta. You don't know, you like Atlanta's young team, but they still got some Atlanta type losses. So Indianapolis, Richardson looked good one week, then they looked like the coach yesterday. So I don't know what to think of some of these teams that we talked about in this segment of the show.
I think for those type teams, especially in the NFC, you talk about Washington, you talk about Atlanta. I think it's how much the the rest of the conference is running away from. I told you about Dallas at the beginning in August. I said I felt like we were the third best team in the NFC, right?
Yeah.
Right. Coming into this week, I said we were about the sixth best team in the NFC.
Wow. Who would be the other three teams that leaped you?
Detroit would beat the shit out of us right now, and we would struggle with Orleans, and we would struggle with Seattle. And Detroit would drag us right now, similar to what San Francisco dragged us.
Hey, remember how early in the year?
Yeah. Here's the thing about that. Now you got Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. You know why? Because people get hurt.
Yeah.
When they play somebody else, they're not gonna look the same. They might get whooped. Like you don't really know. It's the NFL. People get hurt. Situations have changed. Things be different when you play them. So we'll see how
that's
that
true.
Also, we look very bad. The red zone struggles. Detroit. Did you see Detroit's defense yesterday? Shutting down Baker Mayfield in that operation.
I was about to mention.
Jamison Williams is back now, so they got the deep threat to take the top off the defense.
Great catch, by the way. Did you see his touchdown?
Yeah.
And that was a great adjustment. That was a hell of an adjustment. Because that ball, he had no business catching that. That was a hell of an adjustment. Like, that ball was behind him. That ball was behind him and to the left. He turned around and made a touchdown out of it. That was a hell of a catch.
We'll see what goes on with this David Montgomery injury and how long he's out. I thought they had a great 1-2 punch going on with Montgomery and Gibbs. Gibbs didn't play yesterday. Now, Montgomery got hurt yesterday with the rib. We'll see how that comes back. But Dan Campbell, them Lions, line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball. That's what both of these. They run the ball at you. They got weapons. They rush you on defense with Kaminsky and Aiden Hutchinson having that breakout year he's having with the other guy. I can't think of his name right now. The other rookie they had last year. Something Williams, might be Williams, but they get after you on the pass rush. And
hey man, one thing about a man, you got to be able to willing to say when you're wrong. And I was totally wrong about the Detroit Lions. Yesterday's win totally pulled me on board. Totally made me feel like a jackass for saying over.
But I told you.
You did. You told me. You told me. You tried to told me. Tried to told you.
Tried to told you. Detroit is real. Really real.
They really real. Yesterday got me convinced, Joe. I know this playing Baker Mayfield, but yesterday had me convinced. Like some of the plays they were making defense. I'm like, man, Tampa don't even like they belong on the field with Detroit. I'm like, man, dude. And then really it was the play by Jamison Williams. I can't lie to you. That was like when you see receivers make catches like that. It's sometimes throughout a season you see a play where you like, damn, this team is actually really good. Like that was one of them plays. Like
they got him.
Yeah. Like, damn, they are good. Okay. I see you, Detroit.
We ain't laughing at them no more. Now, we the ones walking around with knee pads on because we know we'll get bit in our kneecaps. We know we wearing a cup right now around Detroit. We know they'll give us a low blow because we know they will.
Get you worse than you got us. Bite them kneecaps.
We wearing knee. We better wear some knee pads because they will do it. And they will do it.
And you know what else helped? It also helped to take Detroit serious because Minnesota is like 2-4.
Yeah.
But it also helped because Minnesota's 2-4 also. So
but the thing is, Minnesota won a lot of close games last year. Now they're losing all those same close games this year. And now you got Justin Jefferson hurt. That's even going to add you can only play the Bears but so many times. You can only play the Panthers.
Right, you only play the Bears twice, Minnesota. You only play the Bears twice.
Panthers. So that's tough. Okay, so that's tough in itself. You're not going. You don't play the Panthers anymore. You got one more against the Bears. So they play San Francisco, and that's going to be. We'll see how San Francisco looks. We know Debo, maybe no McCaffrey. You might have a chance, but it's tough for Minnesota, man. I think they're gonna get their ass whooped anyway.
Any thoughts? Do you got any thoughts on Sunday Night Football last night? The other team in your division?
Oh, I got a lot of thoughts about. I would never ask. The lost 14-9 last night to Buffalo. Just weird, unmistakable, unfathomable. Now, this is the game that would have pissed me off. About the Cowboys 49ers last week. Boy, I would have had about 4 accidents this week. I would have been cursing out customers at work. I would have get tired from that drive. Man, unfathomably, Tyrod Taylor is a veteran, and what does he have between his ears? You can't run the ball with under 10 seconds. You gonna run the ball by the goal line? Really? I don't care if it was an option coming in from the radio, and coach said, well, you got an option to run it. I don't care what front you see. You better not run that ball. If you run that ball, it better be a naked bootleg. You better be buck naked walking into the end zone. You're going to run that ball in between the tackles. Point. You don't even get the goddamn field goal. You don't even get the goddamn field goal. Then they put another play in the fourth quarter after Buffalo took the 7-6 lead. They drive and end up inches short. But why you don't go for it, Brian Dable? What you got to lose? 3rd and inches, 4th and inches. They kick a motherfucking red zone field goal. Buffalo comes back and takes the lead. Then inexplicably, another great drive by Tyrod Taylor and the Giants. They get to the red zone. They get a PI. They get an untimed down with the 1 yard line or whatever, and they don't finish the drive trying to throw the ball.
They don't score.
And Brian Dable just each possession ended at the 1 yard line to end the half and to end the game, and they ain't had no damn points. Those Giants are. So hey,
time out. Let me ask you a question. How did the Giants get the ball back? How did they get the ball back? I turned it off on the fourth and long where they threw downfield and it was incomplete, and the Bills took over on downs. So did they burn all the timeouts to get it back? Like, what happened?
They burned all the timeouts to get it back.
Okay, so they burned it all back, and they got so you said they got a penalty to get down to the 1, and that's how it ended. Okay, because you know me, man.
They tried to hit
Dan
last play to win the game, and they couldn't connect on it.
So you know me, man. Sometimes with some of these late games, I either fall asleep or I turn them off, and I end up missing like an epic comeback, like Stan.
I was a Giant fan. I would have looked at that TV,
so
I would have rolled my eyes the other way. Put up with that. You can't put cat shit on crackers and call this shit hors d'oeuvre. No, we're not doing that. That was terrible.
Hey, man.
Well,
it helped y'all out.
Brian Dable was looking at Tyrod Taylor upside your head, leaving out that. How we don't even get a field goal? I mean, we didn't even get the damn field goal to go up 9-0. We just gonna leave it 6-0 with them. It was an option. They left an option that we could run it. You don't run the option. I mean, you're choosing to lose. That's gonna be the option.
Run a screen. Run a screen. Try a screen next time.
That was just ridiculous. I was a Giant fan. I would have threw up in my mouth. That was just ridiculous.
I threw up in my mouth.
He's a professional. He's professionals. You can't run the ball. How the hell you run the ball? I don't care about shit happening. You don't run the damn. Take no damn. 4 seconds left. Some idiots. Morons.
Go Bears, man. Go Bears, bro.
Morons and imbeciles running this operation.
Well, you a Cowboy fan, so of course you gonna say that.
I'm a Cowboy fan, but that was just from an average sports football fan. I mean, What are
you doing, man?
What are you doing?
Who won in that Rams game? The Rams win yesterday?
Rams beat the brakes off the Angry Birds 26-9. Kyron Williams, 158. and a touchdown running the ball. Cooper Kupp is back, 148 yards receiving, and the sheep, them sneaky ass sheep in this NFC West, especially with the Seahawks going down yesterday, losing 17-13 to Burrow and the Bengals in the jungle. And now you look at San Francisco, and how long will McCaffrey and Samuel be compromised? Can the Rams now try to take that step in the West, in the NFC period, try to make that push?
That's why I love that division. That's why I love that division, man. That's why I love those three teams: Niners, Seahawks, and Rams. You never know what's gonna happen with those three, man. It's gonna be fun.
Well, we saw Brock Purdy without two of the great safety blankets, and McCaffrey and Samuel. He didn't look terrific.
Shout out Ayuk.
But he did do enough to give them a chance to win that. To get them a chance to win the game at the end. So
they shouldn't have been down. They shouldn't have been down anyway. It was 4th and 10. They should have been off the field when Gibson got hit with that hit on defensive receiver. That was 4th and 10.
Well, it didn't happen.
It didn't. But I'm just saying, if it was a fifth, I feel you. But they shouldn't have field.
It's a bad call. I understand. Yeah. I didn't see the call, but you said it was a bad call. I know the game. It came on with the bonus coverage. I think I might have been in the process of.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That's what you was about to say. What?
No, that's what I was gonna say about the Rams and the Niners game. That got lost. No, Rams and Niners got lost. It got lost in like the shuffle because everything else was good going on around that time. You had the Lions Bucks game and the Jets Eagles bonus coverage.
And plus blowout, so it was 17-point game.
Yeah. 17. Lions was a blowout. It was 20-6, but it was the Lions game was a blowout too for the most part. Like it was 20-6, but Detroit had that game.
It was one of those controlled blowouts, like a split decision in boxing type thing.
Exactly.
17-6. It was always one.
Right, they ain't blowing them out. Right, they ain't blowing them out, but they ain't losing it. They ain't losing.
Who did we not talk about? There's always somebody.
We didn't really talk much about Seattle and Cincinnati. We kind of just mentioned that they played each other. So Seattle and Cincinnati.
I thought the Cincinnati defense, was something to be held, talked about. You know what I'm saying? They held pretty decent Seattle offense in check, and Joe Burrows made the plays that he needed to make for them to win that game. It's an important win. You think about what happened in that division. Steelers were off, Ravens won, and the Browns won. So that was an important win for them to come back and make that stand.
Browns got an upset.
Yeah, the Browns with a big upset. When the Browns in that defense, I think they're going to be really real all year also. We talk about the Jets defense. The Browns defense they haven't given up 300 yards to anybody this year. So that line with Garrett and Smith up there.
Hey, Browns.
Denzel Ward and sniffing around in the backfield. Yeah, so they're going to be tough all year. What you say?
Shout out Denzel Ward. What I was going to say about Cleveland was Cleveland's win yesterday. I thought that was really impressive. I know you could say they really won it because San Francisco missed a field goal, but that was a snippy, chippy, grinded out, get down and dirty football game. It was 19-17. They had the brawl before the game. It was a lot of hard hitting. That's why you had all those injuries. Like that was a good football game.
And whenever you had a brawl before the game, you're promising chippy. You know what I'm saying? I knew that was going to be chippy. But, yeah, man, shout out to the Browns on that big upset. Jets on their upset. And hopefully I won't be upset later on. To backtrack a little.
Raiders, Patriots. We got anything on Raiders, Patriots?
Patriots. Jimmy Garoppolo hurt his back. Ryan Hoyer had to finish that game in the second half. What has happened to the Patriots? We talk about We talk about the Bears and everything. I mean, the last 2 weeks, we put 72-3. And that was against. That was Mac. I mean, that was Zach losing to the Saints and Dak. Saints and the Cowboys back to back.
Hold up, Paulie.
38-3. Paulie, what's happening? What's happening? Good to see you. Good to see
What's
you,
up, man.
But
what's happened to the Patriots? They don't have a generational talented quarterback anymore. What you mean? What's happened? They don't have a generational talented quarterback anymore, Joe. That's what's wrong with the Patriots.
I mean, they having some injury.
Come on, man.
I mean, Matthew Judon is
that's the
a couple of people on
that's
defense.
The funny thing, man. But that's the funny thing with all these people, all these pundits. What's wrong with the Patriots? Why aren't the Patriots as good as they used to be? You mean because they don't have the generational talented quarterback anymore? like they got Jones and Zappy.
I mean, is it a weapon thing? With the really quarterback thing? What's going on with this offense? Is it the line? Is it the scheme? Who's the
You literally, I'm just gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna keep it simple with this. You literally went from the guy that people consider the GOAT to a rookie quarterback.
Running on his job. He's got appearance under. He's good enough to be 9 and 8-ish, 8-ish and 9-ish right now. Like I say, what 1-5-ish after yesterday's loss to the Raiders. So I think he started off like right at the borderline between playoffs. Like you feel like he's going to be an uptick. Instead, they're going the other way. I think a lot of that has to be blamed on last year when he had Joe Judge and Patricia coaching them on offense, and that was just like, what the hell was that? And now they're trying to get him back right. And I don't know if they got him back right, but hasn't looked good.
He might need to change the scenery anyway, because it sounds like they're trying to. It sounds like the QB controversy has already started. Do you want Mac or do you want Zap? So it sounds like who you want to go with.
Maybe you guys can trade for him. Justin Fields for Mac Jones. Would you do that?
Nah, we cool. Why would you want another quarterback who's, I don't want to say damaged, but why would you want a quarterback who's going through another damaging situation? And do you really trust the Bears to be the guy, the franchise, to get a player who's went through a damaging situation to get them right? Do you really trust the Bears to do that?
I don't really.
I don't either.
No. I know what's going on. Caleb Williams and have possibly 2 draft picks. It could be Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. And Justin Fields is great. You can get Marvin Harrison Jr. and trade that pick. And it's almost like you just said, trust. If Caleb Williams come in, do you trust he's gonna look like Patrick Mahomes? You trust they're gonna have people around him that's gonna make him look like Patrick Mahomes?
Do you trust that he got the right team to develop him if you bring him to the Bears? First off, if you're gonna get a quarterback, you need an O-line. Like the Bears O-line, either if they don't have injuries, they're just not good. Every year there's an injury, there's something wrong with the O-line.
Yeah, they're mall cops.
What's up?
They're mall cops.
Yeah, like come on.
Not Secret Service agents, they're mall cops. They don't get
it really hit a low yesterday. It really hit a low yesterday with the snaps.
Billy Club, and they get a radio. They don't get a gun and a bulletproof vest and stuff to protect you. They can't protect you until they do is call for help.
But it's really bad. Yesterday it hit a new low. But it hit a new low yesterday though. It's one thing to not protect the quarterback, but you can't even get the damn ball to him. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't protect. So not only, all right, hey Justin, as soon as you get it, you on your own. But not only that, hey Justin, I hope you're ready to jump about 5 yards to go get this ball, bro. Snap.
Like 100 probably made the Pro Bowl.
On, man.
Make the Pro Bowl playing these 2 games against the Bears. Probably gonna make the Pro Bowl in those 2 games. Just all over.
In the chat, timeout. In the chat. Speaking of QB controversy, because we talk about the Patriots, what do you think of Tyson Bagent? And no, I don't trust the Bears to do anything with QBs. Tyson Bagent, Paulie, is a backup quarterback. He is the backup quarterback of the Chicago Bears, and you notice how I keep saying he is the backup quarterback because there is no controversy. He's the backup quarterback of the Bears. Hey, he looked like, don't get me wrong, he looked like a solid quarterback, but there's no controversy.
All out on time.
There's no controversy.
ran it in. He fumbled.
And even that throw.
Which one?
But you know what? You know what I say though? Like, I know you're talking about the fumble. I'm not mad at him for the fumble. I thought that was solid. Like, he got washed out the pocket. They strip sacked him. I ain't mad at him for that. The interception is what I'm mad about. I'm mad about the interception because it's like that was a for all the glory type throw. It was a for all the glory type. Let's see if we can get this win, bro. Let's see if we get this win, bro.
That's only acceptable on 4th down. At the end of it, if it was 4th down, flag. I'm gonna just throw it up. No, you just don't do that. So that comes
like
with
that. Like that was exactly even the interception. Like, I was more mad about the interception than the fumble because the interception screen, man, it's for all the glory, right? Remember the Fresh Prince when Carlton stole the ball from Will and just like chucked it. It kind of reminded me of that. It kind of reminded me of that, man. And the ball was underthrown and got intercepted. He was like, hey, Beijing was, Joe Tyson was feeling it. He like, man, I completed like 4 in a row. Let's get it, baby. For all the glory, baby. Through the pick.
Down, and I'm going out tonight. Tell mom and dad out tonight.
We eat free. We eat free in Chicago, and we eat free. Hey, Joe, he was like, we eating free everywhere in Chicago tonight, baby.
State 48, baby. Everything.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, really, dude? That for all the glory ass throw.
Only thing I'm saying is there's something wrong with this. Win the next 2 games.
You say what?
Win the next 2 games and throw for 200 yards each. Don't turn the ball over. I got to think about it. I got to have to think about
Quarterback controversy.
Start from 1-5 to 3-5. And I got to think about oh man, you don't cost that much. Justin gonna want some money in a minute. Would you get Justin Fields, Daniel Jones money? Would you think about that right now?
And let me be honest with you though. When Beijing was leading the Bears down the field on that last drive, there was a part of me thinking like, are we watching the birth of a legend? Are we watching the birth of our Tom Brady right here?
That happened.
That's happening, right?
I
was like, are we watching our Brady right here?
I remember he was like, man, bro, just threw me a punt.
He did throw him a punch, G. He turned around and just was like, yeah. Hey, Joe, he had time to he had time to be like, yeah, I got that, bro.
He like, hey, Brian Murphy, like, boy, you gonna stop daydreaming. 5 down somewhere. Victory.
It was like there was a brief moment when the Bears are moving. I was like, this might be the birth of a legend. And then he made the for all the glory throw, and I was like, well, back to reality. Back to reality.
Back to life. Back to reality.
Right, exactly how I felt when that pick happened. I'm like, well, 1-5.
1-5. 1-5. 7 games. I really did. I really did 7 games this year. I guess,
I told you, man, they lose to the Packers. You might want to throw the season away, man. Throw the whole season away, man. You want to throw the whole season away.
You did say that, so I guess they
they took my advice. It's like, yo, we throwing the whole damn season away, bro.
So what do you think about next week? I know it's Vegas.
Yeah, it's the Raiders at home. At home versus the Raiders, right?
Please, sir.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I'm actually optimistic about that game. If Justin Fields plays, like depending on how bad the thumb is, if Fields plays, if he could be somewhat effective, I think they have a shot. You know, I need Justin Fields to be like if he's 75% effective. You say what?
This is the raw reflex ball right here for you.
Don't worry about that, dude. 75%. I need Justin to be 75% effective, man. Because it's not even the fact that they play in the Raiders that I'm saying that. It's just because the fact the Raiders gonna have to play an early morning start. The Raiders traditionally don't play well in early starts.
Okay. Well, the Bears traditionally don't play well in
period. Don't matter what time. Yeah, anytime.
Afternoon starts, late starts, great starts. It's just not them. So it's gonna be.
Neither team knows who their damn quarterback starting.
Yeah, so I can see this being a 7 turnover game and a special team. How gonna go get the special teams touchdowns? Deciding it late. A block field goal.
Wasn't that Niners Browns that set like a league record for this year, like 24 penalties this year? Yeah. They got like a league record for penalties in the game.
Because they was chippy and trying to get chip shots in on each other. This game is just going to be about really in that offense, I think. Devontae Adams probably fit. I think Hoyer might be a little bit better than the Bear quarterbacks because he's not going to try to turn the ball over. He knows to just hand it off to Josh Jacobs and get the hell out the way. The Raiders win a squeaker 22-13.
Man, I think you're being way too nice. I think we're looking at a possible. I think 17-14 winner. All right, I'm lying. 27-14. Not just there. Because you know you got Herbert. If Herbert and Johnson both out and Fields out, who the hell are the Bears running offense through? Man, Beijing he's gonna be screen left, screen right, screen diagonal right, screen to the left, jet sweep screen, read option screen.
No, I mean they are masters of the screen. The screen don't even go nowhere. Man, they popped the screen and what was that? It was they played Buffalo the preseason, right? When DJ Moore caught that first one and went. I didn't see the game. It's going to be like, the offense was.
Hey, you looking good. We ready.
And after one of them games before, who they lose to before the Commanders? I think it might have been the Broncos.
It's Broncos.
Hey, I saw. Yeah, man, that offense, man, it's really offensive. It's offensive.
Yeah, it was offensive against the Broncos. It was against the Broncos.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. We're gonna find out.
What a season for the another bad season of Bears football, man.
I mean, would you have it any other way?
Another bad season.
Nope,
I wouldn't, because I've never seen the. I'm be real, bro. I've never seen the Bears be good, so this is kind of just middle of the road for me.
I almost have to ask, how old are you? Because you weren't alive in '85, were you?
I was not. I'll be 33 next month. I was not alive for that. I was not alive for that. It's crazy that I'm already 33, dog. I'm already gonna be 33.
And I feel sorry. I know, and I'm old enough where I could tell you stories about how good they were that year.
I believe it.
And all you could do is really dream about it and Google it and watch it. And all you can do is watch it.
Watch it on the YouTube. Watch it on YouTube.
But then you can watch it now and just think like, make you, damn, what the hell happened? Make you feel like, damn, I watch my team sometimes. Go look and think about the glory years. Only thing is we had years. We took full advantage of our little dynasty thing.
Yeah, I did.
I thought the Bears took a full advantage of that little window that they had, only winning that one Super Bowl. But it was great when they did it. But now I don't know. I don't know if you'll ever see it. When the first time I remember seeing the Bears game, Eric Kramer was the quarterback. Yeah. I think I think if the Bears win again, I think you'll have wrinkles.
Probably.
You probably have
wrinkles in the booth. Probably have. Speaking of which, man, are we good on NFL? Because we can go into the PO because that's literally what I got.
Let me get a little bit of this baseball a little bit because the Diamondbacks eliminated the Dodgers, swept them. All the 100-win teams got knocked out real quick.
Knocked out. Hurry.
Diamondbacks beat the Dodgers. The Phillies erased the Braves in 4. The Orioles got beat by the Rangers. And then the Astros beat the Twins. The Orioles got knocked out. Teams got knocked out.
You know what made that worse? The 100-win teams, I think, they went a combined 1 in like 8 in the postseason, something like that. 1 in 9 or whatever.
They won a game. They were getting knocked. It was getting mollywopped.
Yeah. Because Atlanta was the only one that won, right? Yeah, they won game 2.
Yeah. Talk about that in the PO in a minute too. But those damn young snakes out there in Arizona, man, they looking good, man. Looking real good. That's gonna be a hell of a series. I'm gonna be waiting to watch that starting tonight. Phillies did. Hey, Nick Castellanos, Harper right now looking like a dynamic duo for the ages.
Hey, as a Cub fan, you miss him, don't you? As a Cub fan, you miss him, don't you?
You know they always do that when they go to other places. You know,
yeah.
I don't know why they didn't make do the priority and try to get him when he was gone and let us know in a little short sample size that he could be a great hitter and a great player here, but we still. So I don't know why we did that, but
because y'all don't got Bryce Harper and Schwarber, dog. That's why he ain't do it. Y'all ain't got Bryce Harper in the lineup. They too worried about Bryce Harper. They ain't got time to be worried about Castellanos hitting 2 homers. They worried about Bryce Harper. So Castellanos taking advantage.
Stop rubbing that in my face, man. Stop doing that. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a hell of a series, man. I can't wait to see that. And the other series, like I said in the news, starting off the day started last night with the Texas two-step, trying to see who's going to go to the World Series between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. Jordan Montgomery's 3rd scoreless innings last. And Lodi Tavares with a home run off Justin Verlander right in half the Rangers offense. They win 2-0. Start that series 1-0 lead. So that's just going to be a series. I think it's going to be great pitching. It's going to be bombs away sometimes with the hitters in the series. Can Houston do it again, though? Houston is just 7 straight champion LCS appearance. It's just a fixture. The Houston fans are just spoiled. They downright spoiled. And if you can't keep going to the LCS every year, I guess you have a right to be.
Hey, you know remember how last year the Phillies felt like a team of destiny? Did you have that vibe in the Phillies? That's how I feel about the Rangers this year. The Rangers feel like a team of destiny this year. Like they're just, I don't know if they're going to necessarily win it, but it just feels like they're going to be in the World Series. Like now, that being said, don't count Houston out. That was uncharacteristic of Houston last night. They just, like, you going against a tough Texas bullpen, but like Houston, like Altuve overran the bag, and that actually probably was the last good chance they had to score last night.
That was a big play in the 8th inning.
The
line of 1 for 11 also. I think.
You can't count on Houston to do
that. Alvarez and
Stros?
1 of 11, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you talking about Bray? Yeah, Bray, you didn't hit that well. But did you hear one of the stats that Did you hear what the stats they mentioned throughout the game? How like early on in the game it was like 40 pitches and like 39 of them had contact. It was one swing and miss throughout like.
Verlander,
I was like, damn, this game was going, bro.
The fouls are fair, but
yeah,
never could get it. It was Altuve. I'm sorry, not a break. It was Altuve, Bregman, and Alvarez that went 1 for 11 combined, and then Altuve. Like
he was 4. Okay, that's why. Yeah, my fault.
Oh man.
Yeah, right. Because I've right. Alvarez and Abreu hit back, and yeah, you're right. I always mix them
up. Are we ready to get to this PO?
Yeah, man. Hey, one final thought on that. Before we do that, let's get into the before we talk about the postseason one more time. Stroh's winning tonight. No, Stroh's going down 0-2 tonight.
I think they'll bounce back.
Did they bounce back? Who
All of it.
who you like? Who you like in that D-backs Philly series?
I feel like the D-backs. How you feel about the Texans? I feel like that about the D-backs. I think they're just hot at the right. I feel like sometimes when teams got to fight, like they had to fight that last month to get in, they're just already automatically in playoff mode.
Yep. I agree.
They just, man, different people stepping up every night. The rookies got to go into Milwaukee, got to put their foot on their neck and didn't let up off of them. And they just did the same thing with the Dodgers. And it's going to be a hell of a series with Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia's last year not winning, so it's going to be a hell of a series.
Shout out to D-backs for that 4 home runs in the inning. First team ever to hit 4 home runs in a postseason inning.
But things like that get to happen. You know, what the hell? Nobody team that's known for their power just all of a sudden. Everybody's got power all of a sudden. You know.
And you know what else? It was they had 3 home runs, and then they took the Moreno home run away, and he hit another one the other way. Like he hit on the right. And they took it off the board. The next pitch, he hit it to left. It ain't no need to look at it. It's gone. It's clear.
I wish guys that had like 4 or 5 home runs for the whole regular season. Hour hitters. Now they got 3 already in the postseason.
Who's that dude for the Rangers?
That dude
Carter?
Yeah.
That dude from the Rangers been killing the ball.
Yeah. Can he get tested? He's the Jeremy Pena this year. Wait, Pena this year. It's crazy.
Craziness. Look, gotta love postseason baseball, man. All right,
gotta turn into the principal's office. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Word of the week. What would be a good word of the week? Since I didn't really have a word of the week, but I can have a word of the week. The word of the week will be resiliency. And you have to be resilient in life when bad things happen. You always say, first, you have to be resilient, able to bounce back, stand back up, and try again. And that's what the Cowboys going to do tonight. They're going to be resilient because they got their ass whooped last week, so they got to go back out to California, the same state where you got your ass whooped, and go back to nothing and whoop that ass. Instead of getting that ass whipped, be resilient in life. That's for anybody in life. Things happen bad, you got to get back up with that ass. Yes, be resilient.
My word for the week is screen because you got to know. You got to screen the bad things out of your life. You got to make sure you got to screen the bad stuff out of your life, whether that be a drug screen, smoke screen, screen door, window screen, or just a screenplay. You got to screen the bad stuff out of your life. So my word for the week is screen. You can never screen too much. Just ask the Chicago Bears.
That's right. What you want to do when it's hot outside is open the door, but you want to close the screen. Don't raise up the screen.
Don't raise that screen.
Don't raise that screen. Keep the screen down. Bears like to keep their screens up. That's why they run a lot of them. They run a hell of a lot.
Screen left, screen right, screen left, baby.
Going against the Bears, I just be like, hey. They're gonna run some screens. They ain't really gonna go for much, but they're gonna keep running them. So let's just keep being ready for them.
Screens.
Gold stars.
How many you got? I only got one.
Gold star?
Yeah.
Bro, who would get a gold star? I would give a gold star.
I got one, man. I'm gonna give it to Sports Sunday, man. I thought yesterday was a great Sports Sunday. I started my day with Ravens Titans. Disappointed by Bears Vikings, but got some good bonus coverage in Niners Browns. Lions Bucks was pretty damn good. They converted me to the Lions bandwagon. Then I got the bonus coverage of Jets Eagles, and I saw the ALCS game 1. So shout out to sports yesterday. Solid Sports Sunday yesterday. I was happy. Gold star.
I'll give a gold star to gold star to. I don't really have any gold gold stars.
You don't have any
Gold
no
star.
Cowboy players.
They give a gold star to Stanford. They fell behind 29-0, came back and won in Colorado. Colorado's worst loss. Another tough loss for prime time. The thing with Oregon just drug him around. Now he's up 29-0 at halftime at home. Lost in overtime. So Dale's had some highs, some real highs, real low lows, and he's still figuring out in Boulder. Detention.
I'm still on the Coach Prime bandwagon. I don't give a damn. I'm still on the bandwagon.
And wait till we get to detention. Oh, yeah. About a bad mother. I forgot I ain't gonna bad mothers. Get that in, everybody. All right.
You
if you don't know the story about mother, but you can get detention. Oh man. Where should I begin? I don't know if I want to give it to. How about I can give it to a little bit of both of them, but I'm gonna start it off with Russell Wilson. Because Russell Wilson is delusional. Ooh. Russell Wilson, after the Broncos lost 19-8. You hear me? 8.
I heard you. 8.
It took the Hall of Fame catch by Cortland Sutton for them to get the 8. And Russell Wilson got the nerve to get up here and lie to us like we on drugs or something. Gonna sit up here and lie to us on the damn postcard on the post game conference talking about, well, it's gonna come along. The guys been playing good ball for several weeks. It's coming along and we're close with it. What the hell is he talking about, Russell Wilson? What guy?
You're close. We're close.
You talking about other teams? You ain't talking about your team and playing well for several weeks. Y'all won.
I mean, they did beat the Bears. They beat the Bears, so I should shut up.
Y'all played well for several minutes. Didn't even play well for that whole game. He played well for several minutes.
Yeah.
I get you haven't played well for several weeks. Stop lying to the American public. Just stop lying. 8 points. That defense played lights out the best they could against that team. And the most you can muster up was 8 points. And this the week before, when you pull Sean Payton into this whole detention thing too, when he was talking about, they have this is the worst coaching job ever, and we're gonna do everything the total opposite of what they did last year. When they gave up 50 points to the Rams, we're gonna give up 70 to the Dolphins. That's what is that what the hell he meant? So he had a lot of build-up coming into this Nathan Hackett ball when they played the Jets. And what had happened? 24-21. Old Russell Wilson got a chance to lead the pack. What Russell Wilson do? Russell Wilson ain't fast no more. You know why? Because Russell Wilson got a beautiful wife. He's using his energy in other departments. So now when the defensive lineman come and try to run against him like he was in Seattle, he can get away. He can't get away now. You know why? Because he's got a beautiful wife. The energy is not the same. So now when old Quincy Williams come around and grab him now,
he's also older.
And he's older. And the ball go way over there. And they get returned back. And you got Sean Payton looking at you like this when he come back. The hot. And throw it to the hot.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Throw it to the hot.
I'm not going to lie to you. Last week, who did they lose to last week? The Jets, right?
Yeah.
They lost to the Jets, right? When he threw that pick, it did look like Sean Payton said, "What the hell are you doing, man?" It did look like he walked up to him like, "What the hell are you doing, man?" It did. It looked like it did. Yeah, you're right. Because I ain't gonna lie, I had a good hearty laugh about that. I was like, it looked like he was like, "Throw the damn ball away, man. What are you doing?" It did like he walked up to him and said, "Throw the damn ball away. What are you doing,
man?" He is pissed at Sean Payton, though. He's pissed at Sean Payton.
Yeah, Sean Payton looked heated. And you know Sean Payton wanted to win that game against the Jets, because they did the worst coaching job in the league. Packett did the worst job.
We know he did. How did he get a field goal? Man, he And they ran it back here. The man wide over to the right. He just gonna take off running to the left and go get caught. Third. He's out there like the hot. Throw it to the hot.
Yeah, Sean. I like Sean. Like I don't like laughing at other people's misery, but Sean Payton, like when he get mad, he be like, "What are you doing, man? The hell are you doing, man?" He's looking heated. He's looking pissed.
Sean Payton had this real ego that he can come in and fix this shit, and it's not. Shit just not working.
He thought it was Nathaniel. He thought it was Nathaniel Hackett.
He thought it was Nathaniel. Realizes cat shit and crackers over there, and they call it an order. Gourmet shit.
But you know what else though? Like another thing that I think that flies a little under the radar with the Broncos is Vance Joseph is their DC, right?
Yes, he is.
So you hired a guy that you fired from head coach to be the DC?
Yeah. The buddy system. The buddy.
I'm like,
hey man, I did this coordinator.
Like,
hey, bring the same back in the building and shit. You had to take the motherfucker.
Right, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Then you just say they did a bad coaching job. Like, why would you bring coaches from past jobs from this?
Because he might like one side of the ball, I guess. You might think he's just a better coordinator. He's not. He doesn't need to control all 53 men. He needs to just control about 18 men or something. You know.
So how most people feel. So the way most people feel about Matt Eberflus, like maybe he's just a good DC.
I mean, I don't know if people feel like that about Matt Eberflus. It's really about, I don't know, it's organizational failure here, I think.
I mean, but I'm saying like, but what I mean is like some guys, their ceiling is coordinator, is what I'm saying. And like Eberflus was a DC, was he? Yeah. So sometimes you'd be better you're better hosting controlling this, like you said, a section as opposed to team.
I mean, I just know you better drink a lot of scotch playing in Chicago, coaching in Chicago. I got another. Tough for you. Orlando Arcia. Remember when Bryce Harper had that base running gaff that ended game 2 in Atlanta?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what he told him afterwards, right?
What's that?
Attaboy.
Yep. Attaboy.
Well, Bryce Harper remembered that shit. So when game 3 came around, he went to play Philadelphia, and he started just knocking that shit all over the fence. You know what he did every time he passed second base? No little still ass right there. Orlando Arcia. You know what he was doing every time he went past second base?
Attaboy.
Look at him hard as hell. Orlando Arcia just looking down.
And it's 10-2 Phillies. Orlando Arcia just standing there like
swing and a drive.
When at the game, that was the game they had 6 home runs too. They had 6 home runs, didn't they?
Orlando Arcia doing head down, put his head down, not get the dirt. So don't be waking up those
swinging and drive. Swinging and drive. Yeah, they was hitting the ball so hard we could see they was hitting the ball so hard we could see people on the roof in Philly. Like damn, bro.
They on us with just heart-wrenching bat flips. He walking in, just flip that motherfucker. Just let them mess up, especially superstars. You just really can't go at them. You gotta let them just have it. Don't be quiet. Don't say nothing to try to amp them up. You gotta attaboy nobody. Just run off the field and go celebrate with your team. You got attaboy Hart. He attaboy y'all ass right up out the playoffs, knocking y'all pitches, weak junk right over the gate, losing baseballs off into the night. That's what he did. And now y'all ass at home in Atlanta. And they in batting practice right now because they getting ready for the LCS tonight. So Orlando Arcia, you and
Atlanta, man, I'm glad they won that World Series a few years ago because, man, dude, this would be another one. This would be another one in those long line of Atlanta Braves teams that did so well in the regular season, but didn't win that World Series. So luckily for Atlanta, they won it a few years ago because otherwise, man, this would be adding on to that. The Atlanta Braves can't get it done narrative.
And the Giants also for last night. And then each half, I've never seen a team in each half on the 1 yard line with no points to show for it. Losing the 5 points. And then the first one is just despicable. And Brian Dable was finna. I thought his head was just finna explode. He came when Tyrod Taylor came to the sideline. I was like, what the fuck was he thinking? Why the fuck is he running?
And these NFL coaches, man, they be going through it. Man, like I said, Sean Payton and they do.
Yeah, fuck, we're gonna run the ball with 8 seconds left. You're gonna run the ball. We ain't got no timeouts left. And you a veteran. You have the nerve to call yourself a veteran. And you don't give me this mother. You did this ball, man. I think after that shit, Brian Dable he might put on the pads himself this week and play like fuck. These motherfuckers. Motherfucker right here, man. You're gonna run the ball, man, on the goal line.
Don't run the damn ball, dude. All right, my detention this week. My detention this week, man. It's gonna pain me to do this, but I gotta do it, man.
Gotta do it.
Chicago sports as a whole is in detention this week for me, man. What the hell are we doing? Like what the hell are we doing in this city? Like, we got 2 baseball teams, neither of them in the postseason. You know, the Bulls are known for being one of the most well-respected franchises. Well, they used to be one of the most well-respected franchises in the NBA.
One of the best playing teams in the league. You bet you that. We're being there again this year. Playing.
You say what? Playing. And you know, and honestly, you kind of inspired me. You kind of inspired me to put Chicago sports in detention, because I think when we did a show a few weeks ago. You was like, what do you feel about the Bulls? And that's been sticking with me. Like, I don't feel nothing about the damn Bulls. They ain't done nothing. They ain't done nothing, bro.
Right around the corner, down the street.
I'm like, and it's just like the Bears are the Bears. We've gone over the Bears at length today. We don't need to keep talking about that. The Bulls are honestly looking like they might be a 6-7 seed again this year. Two baseball teams. The Cubs looked up. The Sox looked totally embarrassing this year. I mean, the Blackhawks got so that's something. Hey, there's something for us to look forward to. Yeah. But overall in this city, what the hell, man? This is supposed to be a sports city. Like, why are all the damn teams so god awful? All the teams so damn bad. Other than the Cubs and Blackhawks, we're kind of a laughing stock right now. And Lord knows I love the Bulls, but like, truth be told, we're kind of middle of the road right now. We're not really set up to do anything based off last season. They're kind of looking like they're gonna maybe be a 6 or 7 seed again. So I think if that
road, it's more like side of the road where other people passing us and other franchises passing. So we over there on the side of the road broken down. Meanwhile, this other team went to the whole rebuild mode and still didn't repass us, and we supposed to be on the side of the road, whether we rebuild, bad AAA call, whether we getting retooled or whatever. And that's what it seems like. Chicago franchise.
And then, you know, Milwaukee just traded for Damian Lillard, right? You know who's in your division and you got to play 4 times this year?
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, play the Bucks 4 times this year. So it's like, even with all that being said, of course, I'm going to get more passionate about the Bulls because that's my favorite team. But with all that being said, the White Sox are the worst of all. I'm sorry. They're the worst of all right now. Of all the teams in the city, the White Sox are the worst of all. Right now. Just right now. It could get better, but right now they're the worst of all. This season, Jerry Reinsdorf, like he said, this season was one of the worst years as an owner. I totally believe him. Like, just total embarrassment. Like, you got guys talking about they not inspired to play. Tim Anderson getting knocked out on the field. You got shootings at the park. The team very just overwhelmingly underperforming. It was just a all-around bad year for the White Sox.
We lost games, we lost seasons, we lost fights. I mean,
it just all around L's. Where do you go from here? Like, the White Sox and Bears are kind of in the same boat, where it's like, do you fire the manager / coach? The Bulls have married themselves to Billy Donovan and Zach LaVine. So, hey, be ready to ride it out for 2026. And then the Cubs and the Blackhawks, y'all got optimism. So Chicago sports is in detention right now. Just a whole lot of nothing right now, bro. Even though there is some reasons for optimism.
Nothing a whole lot of, whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, man, it's tough out here.
Tough out here, bro. And I hate to do it, man, because you know I love the city, man. But we ain't playing for nothing. All our teams are playing for nothing. Nobody's in the postseason. I'm sorry. The Bulls made it, but you know,
they went to the play-in.
Went to play-in, right?
The play-in, it was considered. All right, man. It's great another show, man. Shout out to my man
Yes, sir.
Paul Lee for coming in and being in the chat. I don't know who else was in the chat. Was anybody else in the chat? I don't know. You get to looking at the
Yeah,
stuff.
shout out my man the artist Butler. He stopped through just to like the video. And I know Sean J slid in a minute. I think he slid in for a minute. We talked Ravens.
Shout out to my good people, Sean J and all that. Well, I don't know. I'll see you soon. You'll see them
Oh, you'll
soon.
see me.
Huh?
I'll say, oh yeah, you'll see me, dog. All right. Yeah, I'm ready, bro. Let's get these shows going.
Thinking about my upcoming schedule.
I can tell you this. There's no show October 30th. I got like a double header that day. So that's 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. So I would look you in your face in front of America, in front of the whole world, in front of China and everybody. Or are you free next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday?
Yeah.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Yeah, I'm free in the morning. Yeah, I'm good next Tuesday.
We'll run next Tuesday. We'll run
next Tuesday.
Run this back. Hopefully, we'll be talking about some good stuff like Cowboy victories and bye weeks. Cowboy victories going into bye weeks. Stuff like that. We can focus on. Baseball real serious. Whatever the Bears do with the Raiders next week. So for Dr. Chris, Dr. Joseph Gregory, we're students of the game. No, remember, just like Jay-Z said, students of the game, nobody can read your dues like we do. Nobody.
Exactly. Pass the class, nobody reads your dues like we do.
So we out. Peace.